Welcome back to the Marvel Rivals Spotlight. Today, featuring the Iron Fist, previously known as Swordmaster, also known as Lin Lie. Lin Lie is a relatively new character in the world of Marvel Comics, having first been introduced in the digital series Warrior of the Three Sovereigns in Marvel's Chinese market. He was created by Gunji and Shuizhu to try and bring in more readers for Marvel Comics in China and the East Asian market. Lin Lie would be known as Swordmaster and use the sword of Fu Shi to fight against demons and protect the mortal world. He was given the sword after his father and older brother's disappearance. It was revealed that he was a descendant of Fu Shi, and the sword was used to seal away the dark god Qi-O. Lie begins to work alongside Ji Shuang to protect the world from Qi-O's return, and hopefully find his missing brother and father. He would eventually make his mainstream 616 debut in War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas #2 in 2019. This new Atlas team was created by Jimmy Woo, and was made up of Asian and Asian American superheroes. The sword of Fu Shi would eventually be destroyed, and shards of the blade would be fused into Lie's hands and forearm. Lie was fighting alongside White Fox against a demonic Kumiho in South Korea. When the Kumiho went for the killing blow against White Fox, Lie leapt in the way to protect her, but his sword was shattered and he plummeted off a cliff. Believed dead, he would somehow wash up on the shores of Kunlun and be given the powers of the Iron Fist. He would then use these powers to try and continue his mission of keeping the forces of Qi-O from resurrecting the Demon Lord. The following story is Lin Lie's 5-issue Iron Fist story from 2022 by Alyssa Wong. I hope you enjoy. In New York City, Danny Rand is trying to get used to no longer being the Iron Fist, having given up his powers in order to save the world. But giving up protecting people can be hard. So Danny has continued to fight evil, now finding himself fighting a demon with nothing more than his extensive kung fu abilities. But he is shocked when a new, younger Iron Fist appears and begins to defeat the demons. The demon is defeated with a powerful, mystically fueled punch, and the demon falls. Danny looks up in shock. "Who are you?" he asks. But the pair don't have time to get to know each other as other demons close in. The new Iron Fist helps quickly defeat the demons, but Danny notices that this new hero struggles to control Shou Lao's chi. But the new Iron Fist runs off before Danny can learn more. It is quickly revealed that the new Iron Fist is actually the former hero known as Swordmaster. After the sword of Fu Shi was shattered, bits of the mystical metal were launched into Lie's hands and forearms, and he seemingly died after he fell off a cliff. But Lie remembers being approached by the spirit of Shou Lao and given the power of the Iron Fist. His life saved. He remembers waking up on the shores of Kunlun, but he struggles with his new powers, and the shards in his hands and arms bring him pain every minute. Danny tries to approach Lie again, questioning him about his origins as Iron Fist and the strange shards and demons. But Lie flees and returns to Kunlun, leaving Danny behind. Once back in Kunlun, Lie returns to the home of Mei Min and her family. Min is one of the protectors of Kunlun, and her family proudly took care of Lie, promising to help him with his quest to gather the remaining shards of the sword of Fu Shi, which the demons are also trying to find so that they can release the spirit of the demon lord Qi-O from his 3 tombs. But what Lie and Min don't realize is that the demons are far closer than either of them think, as Min's father tries to figure out how to release the shards of Fu Shi from Lie's puzzle box. Later, Min and Lie continue their quest, with Min enjoying this side of the world, since Kunlun lacks internet access. Lie continues to struggle with controlling Shou Lao's chi, but falls back on his own ability and training to fight against the demons. Meanwhile, Danny has gathered his friends in hopes that they can help him find this new Iron Fist and how he keeps getting back and forth from Kunlun, as he thought all the portals had been closed. Danny also admits that he isn't enjoying being without superpowers again. Without the dragon chi, my body feels ordinary. I have back pain now. Is that normal? He asks. When Lie and Min return to Kunlun, they are confronted by the other Iron Fist hopefuls, who aren't happy that another outsider has been chosen for the role of Iron Fist, pointing out that Lie lacks any of the proper training and preparation for the task. But they are stopped by Sparrow. Later, she approaches Lie and reveals that he can't control Shou Lao's chi because his own chi is out of balance due to the shards. He needs to train and practice to bring his body back into balance. A training montage begins, and Lie starts to become the Iron Fist that he was meant to be. But something is wrong as the shards in his arms begin to react, causing him great pain. Lie realizes that they would only react this way if someone was attempting to open one of Chiyo's tombs. Meanwhile, at the first tomb of the Dark Destroyer, Lin Feng, the older brother that Lie thought was long dead, has broken the first seal. Feng is approached by the tomb's protectors, who are shocked that he is using demon magic. Feng quickly kills them, explaining that Chiyo has brought him back for a reason. Meanwhile, in Kunlun, Lie is still reeling with pain as the shards of Fu Shi react to the seal on the tomb being broken. Realizing that someone is trying to free Chiyo, Lie pushes past the pain and listens to what the shards are trying to tell him. The energy pulls him towards Min's house, where the heroes are shocked to find that her father has been replaced with a demon who is trying to unlock Lie's puzzle box and get at the remains of the sword that he's collected. The heroes fight against the demon, now aided by Yang Yi, one of the Iron Fist hopefuls. But the demon is powerful and manages to defeat them, demanding that Lie open the box or he will kill them all. Lie does as he asks and opens the puzzle box. But he has a plan. This is gonna suck, he whispers as he stares at the shards he's collected. Lie picks them up and crushes them into his arms. The mystical energy washes over the room as the Iron Fist prepares to fight. You want these shards? Come and get them, he shouts as he drops into a fighting stance. With his training, his Iron Fist, and the power of the shards, he is able to defeat the demon by punching through its chest. Meanwhile, Lin Feng has broken through the first tomb and found the skull of Chiyo waiting for him. He destroys the skull and finds the scabbard of Fu Shi beneath. He turns to the demons that have gathered and orders them to tell his little brother that he will be waiting for him at the second tomb. But Lie already knows what he must do. And so, alongside Mei Min and Yang Yi, he travels to China. But when they arrive, they meet Fat Cobra and the Bride of the Nine Spiders, two immortal weapons who don't seem very happy to see them. The two champions of the Heavenly Cities launch an attack at Iron Fist and his friends, revealing that they have tracked them down at the request of Danny Rand. Fat Cobra continues to fight, revealing that he wishes to test the new champion of Kunlun. Lie tries to fight, but he still hasn't achieved balance and struggles to control Shou Lao's chi. Meanwhile, Feng has arrived at the second tomb of Chiyo, which is protected by the Nuwa clan. Armed with the Gauntlet of Nuwa, Ji Shuang launches into battle against Feng, which results in a massive explosion that gets the attention of Danny Rand and Luke Cage, who happen to be driving nearby. Lie also notices the large explosion and manages to escape from his fight against Black Cobra and the Bride of the Nine Spiders. Min and Yang Yi fight them as he launches himself towards the tomb. He arrives just in time to see the Nuwa clan being attacked by a giant demon centipede. Hey, Dragon Chi, now would be a really good time to show up, he whispers to his unbalanced powers. He launches into battle against the massive monster, but without his mystical powers, has little chance of defeating it. The demon smashes him into the ground, but as he begins to black out, he is shocked to see his long-lost brother standing over him. "It's good to see you again, little brother. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now, I'm going to need those pieces of our family sword," Fong tells him as he leans down with a smile before the hero blacks out. When Lie opens his eyes, he is surprised to see the dragon Shou Lao surrounding him. The dragon's spirit wakes him, and after getting over his initial shock, Lie questions why he can't summon the dragon's power. "Because you're a mess, still fighting your destiny. How arrogant," the dragon says, explaining that Lie feels as if he failed when the sword of Fu Shi was shattered. But Shou Lao explains that the sword didn't abandon him, and instead clung to him because it couldn't bear to be parted. Shou Lao also explains that Lie is the only one who can save both Kunlun and the mortal world. "Many people have taken my power, but I have only given it to a few. I chose you for a reason. I hope you can live up to it," Shou Lao says before disappearing in a flash of light. Lie opens his eyes to discover that Lin Feng is standing before him in the second tomb of Qi-O, holding a red orb that is the essence of the Dark God. Feng reveals that when he and their father were excavating Qi-O's tomb, there was an explosion and Feng was trapped beneath the earth. There in the darkness, Qi-O whispered to him, and when the sacred sword was shattered, Feng was freed. Now, he plans on using the sword to finally kill the Dark God, freeing both of them from their destiny. But Lie doesn't believe him. He knows that Feng is lying to him. Outside the tomb, the heroes have gathered and are fighting against the demon forces, and he can sense that too. He pulls back on his Iron Fist mask and launches into battle against his brother. "If I can't have your cooperation, I'll settle for those shards," Feng says, revealing his more demonic visage. The two battle, and the force of their mystical powers destroy the tomb around them and send them back up into the battle above. But now, Lie is finally balanced. He channels both the Iron Fist and the power of the shards. Using them together, he launches at his brother, cutting through the dark magic and stabbing him with the shards that have formed into a mystical wrist blade. But the demon forces are powerful and continue to fight. But the heroes are saved as a portal to Kunlun opens and the forces of the city launch to aid them. But this was Feng's plan all along. As the heroes fight, he turns and steps through the portal into the mythical city. He looks over his shoulder and thanks his younger brother. "I could never have gotten into Kunlun on my own. Sacrificing a few thousand demons? Worth it to gain my own kingdom," Feng tells him. Lie tries to stop his brother, but the portal closes before he can get there. The battle is over, and the people of Kunlun have been trapped outside of their city. But Lie promises to find another way in and defeat his brother. Danny approaches him, offering to help him become a better Iron Fist, and Lie finally agrees. Meanwhile, in Kunlun, it is revealed that the final tomb of Qi-O is buried somewhere beneath the city. And that concludes Lin Lie's Iron Fist story by Alyssa Wong. I really enjoyed this twist on the Iron Fist by giving him the powers of the Sword of Fu Shi, because I thought it was a good way to keep Iron Fist true, but also setting him apart from Danny Rand. But what do you guys think of this new Iron Fist? Especially those Iron Fist mains in Marvel Rivals. Let me know in the comments down below. And I hope I did alright with the different name pronunciations for these characters, and didn't butcher anything too badly. I'm Dan with Comicstorian. Like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.